Hello everyone, good evening, happy Sunday. I am Meghana, volunteer of Women Astronomy Club. I welcome you all to this episode 3 of Women Astronomy Club. Before I begin, I wish you happy Teachers Day to all teachers, parents present here. Himalayan Space Center is doing great job by spreading knowledge on space science, rocketry, astronomy, astronaut training, and many more activities. And now, Women Astronomy Club is part of Himalayan Space Center, which aims to spread knowledge in rural areas about space and astronomy. And their main aim is to bring up girl space enthusiasts to grow up in this field, just like girls in space, women in space. And you also might have heard about Astrospace Masterclass. So this is an amazing platform for kids to learn about astronomy and space science. I really thank our mentor, Usha Kulkarni ma'am, and she's really the best and she guides us the best way to gain knowledge. She, she has worked in the Harvard Science Research Center, and I thank Sridevi ma'am and Veeresh sir for giving me this opportunity. And the people who are staying near Hubli and Dharwad, they have one more exciting news that we are also conducting physical sessions on stargazing. And now advanced batch is also getting started. For more information, just contact us on our Facebook page, on LinkedIn page with name Women Astronomy Club. Okay, so let's get started with today's topic. Speculations on existence of life on other planets came into human mind when the pinpoint sources of stars were known to be suns like our own. Of course, it is straightforward to imagine that stars other than sun would have planets, and further, those planets would also have life. So these doubts turned out an inspiration to explore life on other planets. So today, we have amazing space enthusiasts, that is Samriddhi. Hey Samriddhi.
Hello.
Hello. Hi Samriddhi. So she's from Astrospace Masterclass. She belongs to Star Hopper team and she's from grade 10. And we have Shivang. Hi Shivang.
Hi Akka.
Hi. So he is from grade 11 and he's also from Astrospace Masterclass. So, and let's get started. Today, our topic is on existence of life on extraterrestrial planets. So, and I am very excited to know about this topic. So, Shivang, tell me, how did life come into existence?
Yes, Akka. So life on Earth began at least about 3.5 billion years ago, as per scientists. For the existence of life, we require elements such as carbon, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, and phosphorus, and water as a solvent, and energy. Energy from the sun was very harmful earlier due to the absence of ozone layer. So the other source of energy could be hydrothermal vents in deep oceans. In due time, simple organic molecules which were formed linked up to form RNA, and thus life began on Earth.
How did the concept of this extraterrestrial life evolve?
Okay, Akka. So basically to arise, life needs three things, which is matter, energy, and time. So which is found wherever there are stars. There are around 10 to the power 22 stars in the observable universe. So there are definitely chances that at least one has paid off, right? So what I mean to exactly say is that extraterrestrial life may exist. So the nitrogen in our DNA, calcium in our teeth, iron in our blood, carbon in our apple pies, basically food, were made in the interiors of collapsing stars. So this proves we're indeed made of star stuff. So the life on Earth requires water as its main solvent, along with a few essential minerals mentioned by Shivak, which is obtained by the food we eat. So these enable the formation of living organisms on terrestrial planets. So an indication that extreme conditions life might tolerate is extremophiles. So these are creatures which survive under extreme conditions. The best example could be a water bear. It lives mainly in freshwater, mountains, seas, hot springs, rainforests, and even in the icy Antarctics. They can survive and tolerate extremes in temperature and pressure. So the European Space Agency sent water bears to space, and almost two-thirds survived. So if water bears can be so tough to survive in space, they could hitch rides to other planets, right? So we can say that extraterrestrial life on other planets may exist. Sounds cool and interesting, right? So let's move on and learn more.
This is really interesting, Samriddhi. Okay, then what are the conditions to have life on Earth? And is it the same condition required to life on other planets?
So, life on Earth is based on carbon and elements such as I have already mentioned, and water as a solvent and energy from the sun. But this could be the exact opposite in other planets. It could depend on the surrounding and the resources available for extraterrestrial life. It could also depend on their evolution. Life could exist as a single-celled organism like bacteria or huge multicellular organisms like blue whales. Life could exist in extreme conditions, as Samriddhi already mentioned. The best places to find life would be on planets which are in the habitable zones of their own stars, where water could exist in liquid form.
Can you tell me which planets may or may not have life in our solar system?
Yes, Akka. So basically, there are these some bodies in the solar system which has the potential or the environment in which extraterrestrial life may exist. So these are the ones with possible subsurface oceans. So the first planet that comes to my mind is Mercury. The spacecraft Messenger found evidence of water ice on Mercury. So based on the studies reported in March 2020, there also is scientific support for considering that parts of the planet of Mercury may have been habitable, and perhaps life forms like primitive microorganisms may have existed on the planet. The next that we have is Venus. The surface temperature is around 467 degrees Celsius, which makes it damn hot, making it inhospitable for Earth-like life. So the atmosphere of Venus is filled with carbon dioxide, which is toxic for Earth-like life. It has liquid water on its surface for at least a few million years after its formation. The next planet that we have is Mars. Liquid water is widely thought to have existed on Mars because it is found in low volume liquid brines under the shallow Martian salt. So there's also evidence that Mars had a warmer and better past due to dried up riverbeds, polar ice caps, volcanoes, minerals which form under the presence of water and have been detected. But the present conditions on the subsurface of Mars may support life. The search of evidence of habitability and organic carbon is the main NASA objective. The next thing that we have is Ceres. It is the only dwarf planet in the asteroid belt. It has a thin water vapor atmosphere. The vapor could have been produced by ice volcanoes or by ice near the surface of the volcanoes. And the presence of water on Ceres has led to a speculation that life may be possible over there. The next that we have is Jupiter. Intense radiations on Jupiter does not support life, but a few moons may have habitable conditions, like the Galilean moons like Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto, which have heated subsurface oceans under the deep crust. Europa, Jupiter's moon. It has been speculated of existence of life due to a strong possibility of liquid water and ocean beneath its icy surface. There are hydrothermal vents on the bottom of the ocean. If at all they exist, they may warm the water and could be capable of supplying nutrients and energy to microorganisms. The next that we have is Saturn. It is not likely to host life, but Titan and Enceladus have been speculated of having possible habitats. So let's talk about Enceladus, which is a moon of Saturn. It has life-supporting elements like geothermal activity and water vapor under the ice oceans heated by tidal effects. Then we have Titan. It is the largest moon of Saturn and the only moon with a significant atmosphere. And now we also have small solar system bodies which could be habitat for extremophiles. So, based on the above information of the planets, it proves that life may exist on other planets in our solar system due to the presence of life supporting elements, especially water vapor.
This is really interesting. So, Shivang, as Samriddhi told about life of planets in our solar system, so can you tell me about exoplanets, life on exoplanets?
Sure, Akka. So exoplanets are planets outside the solar system. Over 4,000 exoplanets have been discovered by scientists so far. Life could exist on Earth-like exoplanets with water and essential elements. Astronomers have identified more than 20 superhabitable planets, which are a strong contender for life.
The thing that comes to everyone's mind when we speak about extraterrestrial life is aliens, right? So, Shivang, can you elaborate on stereotypes of aliens?
Sure, Akka. So there are many stereotypes on aliens. The first thing is their appearance. The appearance of aliens depends on their evolution and their habitat. When most of us think about aliens, we imagine short green creatures. That's because of the references in movies and culture. We may or may not be wrong. Aliens might be just out of our imagination, something we may not be able to imagine. Some scientists believe there are key traits no intelligent alien being could live without, like living on land to develop rocket technology, binocular vision to judge distance, eyes near brain to process signals faster, at least two legs for mobility, and hands with at least three fingers to handle tools.
So, now, when we talk about aliens, the other thing that comes to our mind is UFOs. So, Samriddhi, can you tell me about UFOs and where have they been possibly spotted?
Yeah, this is an interesting topic because people from many ages have reported seeing strange lights and objects flying through the sky for thousands of years. So these unexplained phenomena are commonly called as UFOs. It's an acronym that stands for Unidentified Flying Objects. Alien life enthusiasts observe World UFO Day on July 2nd with their favorite conspiracy theories on the web, which is mostly about UFO sightings and science fantasism in India.
Now, I really want to know about scientists who did this great research. Shivang, can you tell me about this?
Sure, Akka. So let me tell some opinions of some scientists on extraterrestrial life. So Simon Conway Morris, an evolutionary biologist at Cambridge, thinks that there's a good chance intelligent extraterrestrial life will be a lot like us. Different species independently evolve in similar patterns. Morris argued in the ranges of evolution and would likely to do same on the other planets. The things which we regard as most important, he said in an interview, conjugative sophistication, large brains, intelligence, tool making are also convergent. If the outcomes of evolutions are at least broadly predictable, Morris said, then what applies on Earth will apply across the Milky Way and beyond. Popular culture has extraterrestrial stepping of spacecraft onto Earth, but scientists like SETI Institute astronomer Seth Shostak dispute that idea because space travel is a long, far journey and a huge investment. If alien wanted to contact with planet Earth, it would most likely be through machines and robots. It's not like the hedge would open up and we'll see a strange alien claw coming out. Shostak said in an interview, it's more likely to be an robotic arm. Stephen Hawking has made his opinions on extraterrestrial life very clear. He said, if aliens ever visit us, I think the outcome would be much as Christopher Columbus first landed on America, which did not turn out very well for the Native Americans, he said in an interview. Later, he told reporters that civilization reading one of our messages could be billions of years ahead from us. If so, they would be vastly more powerful and may not see us more valuable than we see bacteria. Cross-planetary contamination is a dangerous possibility that astrobiologists have begun to consider. Foreign microbes might begin, said John Rumble, then NASA's planetary protection officer, to Astrobiology magazine. If no one's sure what extraterrestrial life will look like, the form they are in, or their motives, in contacting humans. Who knows how they'll act? It would be like humans meeting trilobites because aliens could be billions of years more advanced than us. Shostak said in an interview, they could be aggressive because aggression is favored in in Darwinian system, but they could be peaceful as well. No one knows. It's possible that extraterrestrials may have evolved just like humans to be capable of both violent aggression and peaceful compromise.
Samriddhi, tell me about the organizations and their work in this field.
Okay, Akka. So the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, in short, SETI, is a term for scientific searches for intelligent extraterrestrial life by monitoring electromagnetic radiations for signs of transmission from civilizations of other planets. NASA, UFO.com, ACRAC, Bufora, etc. are a few other agencies who are involved in astrobiology.
I really have one doubt. With this high technology, what may be reasons for not discovering life on other planets?
Yeah, Akka. So let us talk about some numbers. The observable universe is about 90 billion light years in diameter, 100 billion galaxies with 1,000 billion stars, and trillions of habitable planets. Even if there are civilizations outside our local groups in other galaxies, we'll never be able to find them because of the expansion of the universe. The universe is expanding rapidly. We will be never able to catch them. So our best chance is our own galaxy, the Milky Way. It consists of about 400 billion stars, 20 billion sun-like stars, and about 1/5 of them have Earth-like planets in their habitable zone. Even if 0.1% of them would have life, we would have 1 million planets with life. The Milky Way is about 13 billion years old. In the beginning, it would not have been a good place for life because things exploded a lot. After 1 or 2 billion years, first habitable planets were born. Earth is only 4 billion years old. So there have been trillions of chances for life to develop in the past. So if a civilization would have developed, what would it look like? So civilizations are categorized based on the Kardashev scale. A type 1 civilization is a civilization which has control over its planet. Type 2 has control over its star. Type 3 planet has control over the whole galaxy. A type 3 has control over a local group. Type 5 has control over many local groups. And the last, omega level, which has control over the universe. As of now, we are rated 0.75 on this scale. So taking time into consideration, where are all these aliens? This is called the Fermi's paradox. So what are the solutions for Fermi's paradox? One solution could be the Great Filter. The Great Filter is an event which can cause extinction of a civilization. So there are two possibilities. One, that the Great Filter has been in the past or it has been in the future. Let's take the possibility one. If it has been in the past, we might be the only civilization to have crossed the Great Filter, and many other civilizations might have died out due to the Great Filter. In the possibility two, it may be in the future, which is dangerous for the human civilization. It would mean that in millions of years, our civilization also may go extinct. It could be due to technological advancements, which would harm us, or it could be a cosmic event. Another solution for the Fermi's paradox could be the limitations of our technology. As of now, we cannot communicate over large distances or travel large distances, as it requires a lot of energy and a lot of time, which we are not capable of as of now. Another reason for this could be the insimilarities in technology. The aliens could be using some other technology, whereas we are using some other technology. They could also mean that they have not been so technological advanced to understand our signals to them. It could be also that they are very technological advanced and they don't consider us to be a great opinion to be contacted with. There are many possibilities why we have not found alien life, but scientists are trying their best to find life on other planets.
Shivam, this is really interesting. I was not knowing that. Okay, Samriddhi, can you tell me what are the methods to detect aliens?
Yes, Akka. So our early planet finding missions, such as NASA's Kepler, K2, James Webb Space Telescope, yield possible evidence of potentially habitable worlds. NASA's Nancy Grace Roman telescope or the Wide Field Infrared Survey telescope could zero in on distant planets' reflected light to detect oxygen, water vapor, or other indications of life. So now, with advancement of technology, radio is a great way to send information over incredible distances between the stars. It easily passes through dust, gas that suffuse space. It does at the speed of light. So, most of SETI in the past 60 years has involved large antennas to try and receive radio signals aliens might be transmitting. So, one of the greatest achievements of SETI is that it received a signal which was strong, clear, and came from a fixed point in the sky, not moving with our solar system, which is exactly 90 degrees from Pluto. No space probes were wandering in the sky within the radius or that area at the time, which was confirmed by NASA. But unfortunately, they couldn't trace it back to the source ever again. This was known as the wow signal, as it lasted for 72 seconds, and it's the only evidence that we have of extraterrestrial life.
Tell me, now there have been so much research about extraterrestrial life and extraterrestrial civilization. So what will you do after discovering extraterrestrial civilization?
That's a good question, Akka. So it depends upon the type of life we find and how we find it. By the type of life, I mean intelligent life or unicellular microbic life. There are three possible ways we could find life: through telescopes and probes, or through radio signals, or they invade our planets. Bringing microbes from other planets could be risky for us, as it could contain deadly pathogens to which we may not be immune. It could cause a global pandemic and could also lead to the extinction of the human race. If they invade us, it means that they are smart and they have advanced in technology, as they must have traveled at high speed or long time to reach us. It would be very difficult to communicate with them due to the language barrier. It would be very difficult to understand their intentions, what they want from us. It would go either ways, a all-out war or a peaceful interaction.
Oh, that's really nice. So after discussing with you both about extraterrestrial life, I really feel like not believing in existence of aliens is like taking a spoonful of water from ocean and saying there is no shark in the ocean because there is none in my spoon, right? So okay, so any doubts you guys have in this discussion, and anything you want to share about your astrospace masterclass?
Yes, Akka. So, first of all, I would like to wish everyone a happy Teachers' Day, especially Usha ma'am, who was a teacher in our Astrospace Masterclass. And it was an amazing experience of 8 months. We learned a lot about space science and maths. We were all happy space enthusiasts, taking back home immense knowledge. Thanks a lot, Himalayan Space Center and team.
Anything you would like to share, Shivam?
Sure, Akka. First of all, happy Teachers' Day to everyone. And I would like to thank Himalayan Space Center to giving me an opportunity to be present here. So the Astrospace Masterclass was an unbelievable experience. It was just amazing. Special thanks to Usha ma'am, who was our teacher. She was always ready to clear our doubts, make us understand complex things which we could never imagine to learn. She was just an amazing teacher. She would be ready at any time to teach us, even in the mornings, late night. She would be anytime present to take our doubts and make us understand things. She was an amazing teacher, and all students were amazing at the master class. So thank you once again.
So if you also want to connect us with Astrospace Masterclass, just check out our Facebook page or LinkedIn page with name Women Astronomy Club. And you have any doubts, you can ping us in our chat box. And you can also text us on Facebook. We will reply soon.
Any questions, any reactions? Anybody has anything to share? Are most welcome to unmute yourself and proceed. Awesome. All right. So keep liking and following us on Facebook and LinkedIn. We do have Himalayan Space Center active on LinkedIn and Women Astronomy Club page and Facebook. We will record this session and share on our YouTube channel as well. Stay tuned for more episodes. We will have a next episode in next 15 days. Thank you, Meghana, Samriddhi, and Shivang for the wonderful session and insights. Appreciate your time. Enjoy your day all. Thank you.